tutorial. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to log into your MTN router. I'm sure you got your router and then you're wondering, how do I log into my MTN router? Without much ado, the first thing you want to do is you type 192.168.168.1.1. Once you do that, you click in enter. However, this tutorial is basically for those who are making use of ZTE, but I will still tell you how to log into the Huawei router as well. So the first thing you want to do is you come over here and then you type in admin, and then after typing admin, the password you need to type in is web at 00363. Now I'm going to display the password for you, but okay, just for the sake of those who would want to see it here, I'm going to put it here. However, just to show you again, web at 0063. So this is the password, and all you have to do it. So you see here, I'll just do Ctrl X, copy it, come over here, and then paste it. Now this is the one that comes with the MTN FiberX router. Now for the ZTE model, and so we'll click on login and see what happens. Now you can see automatically that I already have access into this. So next thing we want to do, you can see all your devices here connected, and so there's an admin password. That's the first part, but there's also another part where you can change for your WLAN. That's the Wi-Fi. So we'll just take it one at a time. So once you come in here, this WLAN device, you click on WLAN settings, and then this is where you're going to see the place where you have to change your WLAN, the routing, FTP, and all that. However, my biggest interest today is going to be on this. So the 2.4 gigahertz has the ability of traveling farther than the 5 gigahertz, while this is 5G, this is 2.4 gigahertz. So you leave it on, or you could schedule the power of how you want it to come up. That is up to you. So here we have the on. So if I click off on this, it means the 2.4 gigahertz is going to go off. I'll leave it on. So I want both the 2.4 and 5G to be on as well, and then I'll click apply. Now the next thing you want to consider as well, let's say you could come here to make settings here, but this might not really be necessary if you know you don't have any form of issue at all. So this is 2.4 settings, those are 5 gigahertz settings. You can see all that. So now talking about SSID, here you can see the various SSID. You can set passwords for all the SSID you want. Remember, in my previous video, I was trying to tell you that you have the ability or the opportunity of giving every single individual one maybe one SSID to one individual. So this is where you can do it. I already have about 2 of them customized, and so hence I wouldn't be touching, but this is where you type in the name, you put on, off, and then this is the password at the encryption type and all that. Now you see this has the ability, every SSID has the ability of taking up to 32. So it then means that if you can handle 32 and we have 8 SSID, 4 of them is 5 gigahertz. What this simply means is it means that so 32 times 8, it then means 2 times 8, 256. So you had the opportunity of having 256 persons connected on this router. Easy peasy. However, if you want to get a repeater, that is up to you, and that's your choice. So you can see SSID 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down to 8. So I told you, so 5 is currently what is working for me here. And let's see. So you can see 5 is what we have, the 5G, and I put 5G on it. So maybe you're looking at a neighbor who's farther away from you than the other. You might want to use the 2.4G for the person, unless if the person says he uses a whole lot, or you could still create the 2 for them, depending. So the first thing you want to do is you come over here and then you change this SSID 2 to, let's call this I'll call this neighbor 1. Or I'll just call it, let's say my neighbor is Peace. I'll call it Peace. And then for the Wi-Fi phrase, yeah, so I'll just use something else for the Wi-Fi. Let's say I call it Peaceful Evil. So Peaceful Evil 234. And then I'm going to add a capital letter to this. Password says evil. So it's best you ask them the password. Maybe they could give you a password, or you could give them a password of what it is they really want. So let's say I add hash to it. Now you can see it's no longer so 234. Now that's my first neighbor, and this is on 2.4G. So maximum clients. Now you can actually determine the number of clients you want to be connected on this. You can determine. So I could decide that I just want only 2 for the sake of security. So I could ask Peace, how many devices does she have? She tells me 2. Reason I'm doing this is so that no other person has access to log into her device. So I could decide, okay, you have 4 devices. Maybe I'll consider that in the event she gets a neighbor or somebody who is staying over, a cousin or something, I could make it maybe 4 devices. Her laptop, her phone, her TV, that's 3, and then maybe 1 extra one. I make it 5, or 2 laptops or something like that. And when I'm done, I'll click on apply. The reason I don't know, okay, let's try. Let's click apply. So I've created with SSID, and the password, the SSID is Peace. So I come over here, I'll just do this for those other one. This person will be called Grace, and I'll change the password here to Evil Diamond. Call this one's 567 hashtag. So Evil Diamond 567. That's the password I'm actually using for it. So when I'm done, I click on this as well. So of course, the maximum clients, I can always change that. I can even decide I just only want 2. Maybe my neighbor says she has only 2 devices. I just keep only 1, or tell her if there's any issue, she can always reach out to me if she wants an increment. So that's it. Now, this is exactly how you're going to configure for the SSID. Now, when you want to change the router's password itself, so you see I've done for 2. So you could do the same thing on the 5 gigahertz for those who are closer. It's the same procedure. Okay, let me do 5 gigahertz. This person, my neighbor's name is Innocent. And so for this person, so for Innocent, I would I'll call him so for Innocent, I'll say, okay, great power, and I'll put the hash symbol. I use a capital letter at the beginning. Okay, it still says it as weak. I will add $sign to it. It still says it as weak. Okay, let's say so. Okay, let's say great hour, and whoa, 1, 2. Okay, yeah, it needed number. So great hour hash 112. So now based on this, you see this is exactly, and I'll click on apply. So at the moment, it then means that 3 Wi-Fis will currently be on. So let's see something just to check if what we did is as it ought to be. Sometimes you will need to turn on your device again. Okay, so perhaps I need to restart the Wi-Fi again, and I don't want to do that. But apparently this is exactly how you need to do it for all the other ones to begin the show. So the next thing, and for you to do this, you need to be connected to your router. Now, however, in the event you have issues, in the event that you have issues trying to access this dashboard, you might want to make use of your LAN cable, and it makes it easier for you to gain access. Maybe you don't have access to the Wi-Fi password or something. Yes, so you want to make use of this. Though most likely the people who are installing it might ask you, what password do you want to use? You give them your password and all that. Okay, so having done this, the next thing that we want to do, okay, so here I'll show you. So when you come still under local network, come over to status, and just scroll down. Here you'll see every single the WLAN status of everybody. So you can see clicking on Peace, Grace, and all. Okay, this is showing off. This is showing off. This is showing off. So you can see these 2 are actually on, and then these other ones are off. So let's see here. So this is just so you can see, okay, those have been created and all. So if there's LAN connected, you see all the data for LAN. I'm not using any LAN, I'm not using any storage, but that's the status basically. Okay, so you can see it for the LAN. I'm not using that. Now let's briefly check out okay. So sorry about that. Now remember we fixed a couple of places. We forgot to do one thing. Like so you click at this place here. So you click here. This place, yes, you click here. And then once you're done with that, it's so next one we're going to do, go over here. So once you click put it on, you click apply. So let's do this for Grace on, and then I'll click apply. So Grace is now, yes, this is on. So I will do the next person. I'll just do only so. I click on at the top, not this one, the one on top. And then I'll come to the bottom here and click apply. So SSID 4 is on. I don't know if, so let's say SSID 2. This is peace. I'll click on and I'll click apply. So with this, peace is activated, Grace is activated. This one, I didn't use it and turn this one off. I don't need the 4. So I did one SSID, that's for the 5 gigahertz. This is 6. So I'll come over here and let's see. Innocent. I click apply. Now let's try again and see if they would appear. So you can see every single one of them is now showing. All of them are currently showing at the moment. Grace, Innocence. It's like I didn't turn off SSID 4. So yes, I have to click apply on it. So let's see. So let's see what is available. So you can see, well, it's still there. I guess it's going to go off later. So this is everything that you have there. Now, having done this, the next thing that I don't want this video to be too long. So the last thing that you want to do is that you want to protect your Wi-Fi, your router. You don't just want anybody to gain access to it, and that's what I'm going to be showing you next. So over here, this is your username. You come in here and then you type, especially for the password, you can leave it as admin, and then you type in the password which I already told you guys, and so you can leave it open, so you see what it is that you're typing, and then once you're done typing your, so yes, leave it open here. So the web shifted 0063, and then what's my new password? My new password
more of paper some up on
so I've typed, I'm going to type the password in again. So after that, I would click apply, and c'est fini. So I'm done with that, and apparently, so the whole thing is changed. Sometimes it will likely log you out. So you can also have other user accounts that you want to gain access to this. You create a user here, and so the person can access it as well. So let's say I call this Tech Savvy, and I'll come to the password. I'll type. Let me use the old password. No. Okay, let me use so I've used my password. So after that, I click on OK. So this is someone else who can also gain access. This is admin account, and this is a user account. So I can also choose the how long do I want before it times out. So as long as I've clicked apply, every other thing stays and we are good. So based on this, so apparently if you want to yes, so you can come over here and do a factory reset in system management. That's management and diagnosis is where you come to first. And then you go over to account management. You can do a factory reset here. If there's a system upgrade, you can also do it. Now, so what happens if somebody logs into your internet and you want to blacklist the person? So this is one thing you can simply do. You come over here. Just give me a moment. Okay, so the next thing is, so what if somebody connects to my router unauthorized, whatever means the person using getting access to the password I'm not interested, or perhaps I connected somebody, I don't want the person to be connected anymore. Now, for the sake of security, these things are very key. So this is exactly what you're going to do. First is you come over here, you look at all the devices that are connected. You can see the WLAN device list, which is very important. And then you come over here, you copy the MAC address. So once you have the MAC address, you copy it. Then you go over to local network. And so in local network, you'll see WLAN status, you see WLAN, click on WLAN. And then go over to advanced settings. So you come over here. Yes. So you go over to WLAN advanced. And then you click on this blacklist. Usually it will be here. So you click on this blacklist and then you click on apply. Now, once this is applied, you come below here and then you click on access controlled. That MAC address you copied, please paste it here. Then you will need to know the exact SSID. The SSID that you used is very crucial. So if where this breach is happening is on SSID 1 or SSID 2, if it's SSID 2, then I need to put a blacklist for SSID 2. Now, once this is done, this thing that you pasted here, I just did it, but basically you can write it down yourself, or maybe on a piece of paper, and then I'm going to type out this number here. So that's 198E, and then that's 98 and 7E. So once I'm done, I click on apply. I don't want to do this right now because it's going to affect a particular device. That's the reason why I'm not doing this. So once you click apply, immediately the person loses access. Okay, let's try. Let's see. So okay, for this one, I'm gonna call it so let's see. So I've just done that at the moment, and so that device no longer has access to internet anymore. So question is, how do we confirm? So there's also another thing you need to understand. Just like I told you, if it's not on the particular SSID, you most likely will just be wasting your time. Let's see something here quickly. Okay, let's see status. No, let's go back home. So this is the device has stopped working at the moment. The device is no longer working at the moment anymore. So right now, that's why the fact is showing here, but honestly speaking, it's no longer showing. It was a TV, the TV stopped making noise, so I know that the device is stopped. So yes, it's still here, but device is stopped. Internet is no longer working. Okay, so this is exactly what I'm going to do. I want to remove that block. I'll go back here and then I'll click on WLAN and go to advanced, WLAN advanced. And so access control, I will delete it. So you come over here and click delete. Yes, click on those buttons again. Click delete. And that's it. So I'm removing the filter that I put and there. So the blacklist can always be there, but I just want to give access back to whoever was watching the TV. Okay, so that's it. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please click on the subscription button and click on the subscription button. Hit like, share this with your friends. So if you're also interested in getting the power bank, just like I told you about, please do not hesitate to reach out to me for the router. And you also need somebody who will come install it for you. You can also reach out to me. I've dropped a WhatsApp message where you can reach out to me. Check in the description of this video and you can gain access. Thank you very much for watching.